The first full day of the Republican National Convention begins in just a matter of hours with hundreds, thousands of delegates descending on Tampa for the event. One of them is Representative Guthrie of Kentucky. He represents the 2nd District in Bowling Green. And Representative, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it very much. As you probably hear, they're doing sound checks for tonight's music, so I appreciate you having me.
That's exactly what I was going to ask. We look at this as a very serious event, and it is. You're nominating a candidate for president, but it's also part fun, isn't it?
Well, it's one of those things you want to get people fired up and motivated to move forward, so it is part of a time to get together and kind of share ideas and enjoy ourselves. But also, it's very serious, and two things are very serious. One, as we're speaking, the hurricane is approaching shore, and so we're concerned about what's going on in the Gulf Coast. It did miss Tampa. It's gone away from Tampa. It's sunshine here, but we are concerned about the Gulf Coast. But the most serious thing is we're going to give people a choice of two futures coming out of this convention. And we know what the president's done the last 4 years. We know what his last budget did. His last budget did raise taxes, he says, on the wealthy, but still accumulates $10 trillion worth of debt. And since he took $716 billion out of Medicare that people paid into Medicare for their retirement, has been taken to pay for people who haven't paid anything in for Obamacare, that Medicare goes bankrupt in 12 years. And so we want to fix those big issues. We want to get the tax code right to make it so people can get to work. We want to fix Medicare and preserve it for those who have it, save it for those in the future. And we have to be able to tell the story here, and it's very serious, that Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan are the ones who can do that.
You know, here in Ohio, we've heard a lot about how, since it's a swing state, a lot of the delegates are kind of getting a rock star type treatment, as you have the rock sound check there in the background. What about Kentucky? How are you guys being treated?
Well, we're being treated well. Last time this is my second one. I was in Minneapolis, and at the time, the Republican chairman was from Kentucky, so we had hotels right in the midst of town. We're a little farther out, but it is important because we are talking Ohio. Ohio's going to be a big part of the choice of two futures, and as I said before, the president laid out his last budget. Now, he doesn't talk about it a lot because it fell 414 to nothing in the House and 99 to nothing in the Senate. And, the $10 trillion of new debt, we go from 15 trillion, well, nearly 16 trillion to nearly 26 trillion of debt, which puts us in worse shape than Greece. And that's the plan that he put out. And so we want to say, here's another choice. And Paul Ryan, who went to college in Ohio, is a good friend of mine, really lays out preserving Medicare for those who have it, saving those for in the future. But the bottom line, what he talks about is getting an economic system in place that allows entrepreneurs to flourish, businesses to grow, put people to work, and the bottom line, what makes us American, no matter what we look like or what accent we speak, what makes us American is that we want our children to have a better future and a better life. And I believe we can go down the path of debt, or we can go down the pathway to prosperity, and that's what we have to offer coming out of Tampa for us to be successful. And I think if we do that, then I think Ohio will be a strong Republican state.
Representative Guthrie, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And Ohio Governor John Kasich and Speaker Boehner of Westchester will both be speaking tonight in prime time at the RNC.
Oh, yes.
ABC's coverage.
Speaker Boehner's a good friend of mine, yeah.
All right, thank you.